Who knows what is the best story mentioned in the Quran? The best story is whose? Which surah? Surah Yusuf, mashallah. What's interesting is Allah Jalla wa Ala, at the beginning of the surah, He says, نَحْنُ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ أَحْسَنَ الْقَصَصِ. We narrate to you, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the best of stories. This is where at the beginning of Surah Yusuf. Just before Surah Yusuf. Who knows the surah before Surah Yusuf? If you don't know, you learn now. Surah Hud. Allah Jalla wa Ala tells the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, وَكُلًّا نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الرُّسُلِ مَا نُثَبِّتُ بِهِ فُؤَادَكَ. All these stories of the Anbiya, we narrate to you, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It's to strengthen your heart, to make you more steadfast. So Allah Jalla wa Ala told the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam a benefit of the stories of the previous Anbiya. And then He tells him in the next surah at the beginning that I am now narrating to you, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the best story and the end of Surah Yusuf. So everybody knows the story of Yusuf alayhi salam. MashaAllah, you ask somebody, do you know the story of Yusuf? They say yes. What's in the story? They narrate to you the whole story. The bigger question is, what did you learn from the story? That's why Allah Jalla wa Ala at the end of Surah Yusuf, He says, لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي قَصَصِهِمْ عِبْرَةٌ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. In these stories we narrate to you, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, are lessons for those who possess intellect. So it's important to know the story. It's important to recite the story. But more important is to take a lesson and implement it in your life. Inshallah, today we'll be speaking about Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. We all know the story. I'm not going to go into detail when it comes to the story. What's more important is to take a few pieces of benefit from the story that you can implement in your life. As we mentioned, Allah Jalla wa Ala says these stories, the main reason for them is so people take lesson and they implement in their lives. To understand the story of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, you need to know the build-up. You need to put it into context. We come to the life of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We all know that he was born in a noble home, the best of lineage sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In his young days, he was known to be truthful. He was known to be somebody who helped the people. He was known to be clean when it came to his words, his behavior. He was not known to have associated partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His people respected him. His people called him the Truthful. His people, when they had a problem, they went to him sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And eventually, while he's worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nubuwah comes to him. He's given nubuwah. He's given revelation from the Quran. Who knows what's the first verse recited to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Iqra. Who came to give him that revelation? Jibreel alayhi salam. Jibreel alayhi salam comes to the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And we all know Surah Al-Alaq, the first few verses are revealed. The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is frightened. He goes where? He goes home to his wife Khadija radiyallahu anha, and he tells her, لَقَدْ خَشِيتُ عَلَى نَفْسِي, I feared for my life. And Khadija radiyallahu anha tells him, don't worry, Allah will not let you down. And she starts to mention some of the good traits of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And then she says, let's go to Waraqah ibn Nawfal radiyallahu anhu, the uncle, the relative of Khadija radiyallahu anha. What's interesting is, when they go to Waraqah and they tell him what happened, Waraqah tells Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, this is the same thing that happened to Musa alayhi salam, same revelation. Allah Jalla wa Ala has chosen you. And then he tells him something very important, and it's a lesson for me and you and every single one of us. He says, how I wish I would be present when your people drive you out. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is shocked. He says, awa mukhrijiyahum, will they drive me out? Notice how he was the most beloved to his people. He was known as the one who was the most truthful. They went to him when it came to their disputes. And here Waraqa is telling Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, there's going to come a day where they will drive you out. My beloved brothers and sisters in Islam and dearest youth, from this hadith, we take that the tables may turn in life at any time.